Just appreciative of the crowd tonight. The students that came were very appreciative and thankful for them. Season ticket holders showing up in full force. Hope everybody's taking some pride in what we've built here in a short amount of time, and just ask everybody to continue to help us spread the word. If anybody out there is watching these games on TV and wants to come to a game, we have tickets available for these games. We did have some sellouts early in the year, but there are tickets available, and so we hope that everybody can come out and support our team. Our team, I think, is worthy of the support of Lubbock and West Texas. These guys are playing really hard and play for each other and play the right way. So, again, a big-time thank you for the fans who came to the game tonight, and just hoping for a great home court advantage as the season goes on. So, certainly, anytime you win a Big 12 game, they're really important. Tonight we played in times of the game about as well as we can play. Our offense took care of the ball tonight, and our defense was forcing turnovers and making it hard on the opponent. So certainly TCU gave us all we could handle in Fort Worth earlier in the year, and tonight was a game for us to try to play better against an opponent that had beat us a few weeks ago. So I thought the guys responded to the opportunity we had tonight.
Just raise your hand for John in the back, just right there.
Davide, was this game kind of a little more personal for y'all since y'all lost at in Fort Worth a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, we definitely talked about it. We own that since we didn't play our best down there. So, yeah, we definitely talked about it in a one-day prep, and I thought we came ready to play.
And Mac, I guess the same thing for you. Do you feel like you guys were a little, obviously you're always motivated, but a little extra motivated considering how your trip to Fort Worth went a couple weeks back?
Oh yeah, we just we talked about it. We went down there and didn't execute like we wanted to. So we just wanted to go out here and execute the game plan this time.
And Davide, back to you. When this team is shooting this well from beyond the arc, do you think that you can beat any team in the country?
Yeah, I would say also when this team plays defense like tonight, I think we forced 20 turnovers, and I think we got some of those threes out of our turnover. Us making them turn the ball over. So, we score out our defense, and I think that's our biggest, strengths right now.
Kevin, how much, I guess, more confident are you offensively than maybe even a couple months ago?
I'm just playing my role, letting the game come to me, and, just trying to do what I can do on the offensive end and make plays on the defensive end.
Kevin, I guess if you could just kind of speak towards your journey. I know obviously you got here early, but you had some injuries. I guess just what's it like to kind of see your progression and just be able to kind of succeed on the court?
I went through some adversity earlier in my high school career, but, coming here earlier and watching the guys in front of me all of last year, going to the Final Four and stuff was big for me to experience that. And then coming out this year, just playing hard, and I'm glad to be back on the court.
You just speak to what you kind of bring to this team and what you've been able to kind of improve upon to kind of make yourself get more minutes and be that scorer that they're looking for.
I just try to make plays on defense, really, and cut hard on offense and just play my role and just play my game pretty hard. Just come out there and try to compete every possession.
Maura, I know you kind of talked about the defense. I guess what did you guys do so well that kind of kept Bain from scoring and kept Samuel, I guess, from scoring as well?
We were the more aggressive team. I thought, we played completely different games out of what we played down there in TCU. We were aggressive. We know we couldn't let Bain get loose for threes, and that's how he get loose and he get confidence from. And I think we had a great job. Like I said, we came up aggressive, and I think we were the tougher team on the floor tonight.
I guess just from your perspective, how have you kind of seen Ramsey and Shannon and Kevin kind of step up and just kind of be those guys and kind of figure out their roles and help you all?
We need them. We need so bad that we need their energy. We need their feeling for the game, and I think they played great tonight, and that's a reason why we beat them.
Chris, I guess just that first game against TCU to this one, I guess what did you kind of see from your guys defensively to start off that kind of just really kind of got you guys off to that quick start?
I agree with Morrow. We were the more aggressive team tonight for most of the game, which is always kind of a indicator to us that we're here to play.
In terms of the rebounding, I guess what would you like to see from Chris and Kevin and kind of everyone else is kind of making that team effort to kind of help you all get those extra possessions as well.
Yeah, we rebound by committee. We don't have anybody on our team that's going to go out there and get 15 defensive boards. Chris Clark has that talent. But, we got guys that got the block out and face block out, and guards have to rebound down. We're a team that if we're going to out-rebound our opponent, everybody has to chip in.
Three-pointers, I know sometimes you say you win with three-pointers. Sometimes you find other ways to win. I guess how do you feel about the three-point shot today?
It was certainly an easier game to play when shots are going in, but I thought tonight we got a lot of open shots, which is a credit to our passing. Guys made a lot of unselfish plays all the way down to the end of the game, where I thought those guys that finished the game tonight played great. And that's not easy to do, to come in a game where you haven't played. The scoreboard is a big margin, and you try to get in there. It's that balance between being aggressive but also understanding we're trying to use the clock. But I thought Dre and Russ and Clarence did great tonight, and I appreciated the contributions from Mac and Kyler and Avery, down the stretch, facilitating those guys.
Chris, did you guys change up anything defensively against Bain? Because obviously last time you had a lot of success, and tonight obviously wasn't as productive as that game. Did you guys change anything defensively at all?
Yeah, we're changing all the time around here, from possession to possession, game to game, workout to workout. That's the big thing in basketball is being able to make adjustments, and certainly our players deserve all the credit. We had a game plan tonight that was executed very well.
When you guys are shooting like that, same as I asked Maura, do you think you can beat anybody in the country?
Yeah, we can beat anybody in the country when we're not shooting well. 40-minute game. I think we've proven that over the last, 2 or 3 years here. For us, it's about Texas Tech basketball. It's about not beating ourselves, playing for the guy next to you, being the tougher team, competing on each possession, playing defense, sharing the ball on offense. So, it doesn't mean that every game we're the better team, but you got to be the better team for 40 minutes. So certainly our objective has always been and always will be, we're going to try to win the game each time the ball goes up.
Coach, when you beat a team by 40-plus, obviously a lot of stats are going to stand out. But as you were kind of scanning the stat sheet, which one made you maybe the happiest or the most proud as a coach?
Yeah, we're always looking at the defense first tonight to get steals and hold a good team that's really well coached to a low percentage from the field. You have to give our team some credit. Certainly from their point of view, I know they had some open shots they didn't make. But then you got to give our guys credit. We were playing pretty good defense tonight. So we're always looking at that part of the stat sheet first. Then on offense, it's always nice to have balance, multiple guys in double figures, multiple guys sharing the ball. That's always our idea of how to win around here. We don't ever say, hey, John, you need to go score 45 points tonight. That's not our plan. But our plan is everybody in that locker room, Zach, Justin, Keenan, Tommy, we need each of you to get the double figures so we have a chance to win tonight.
It's one thing to get up by maybe 20, 30, but to stay up and keep that intensity, what does that show you about your team?
First of all, I think it was a great respect to TCU. We knew at halftime the game wasn't over. We have a lot of respect for that team. They gave us all we could handle, and actually we couldn't handle it in Fort Worth. So, I think it's a sign of respect for the opponent. And then I think it's a sign of respect for your teammates. I was telling those guys, Russ and Clarence and Dre, they deserve some minutes here. And those guys did a great job separating in the second half, playing the game the right way. So those guys got some much deserved minutes tonight in a game.
Offensively, you talked about that second unit and how much you liked what they were doing on that side. What about the defensive side, though? I think they held TCU to 1 field goal maybe while they were out there.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I know we played a little zone late, and so I'd have to go back and look at that. But I do think they were very competitive. Again, it's hard to do. It's hard to come in a game like that and play it to the bone and play it the correct way. And tonight, that was as well as I've ever seen young guys get out there and handle the game like that. It was impressive.
And did you get any update on Terrence?
Yeah, they told me at halftime that it might be the whole concussion protocol thing. So I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I think that's what the early signs were. So just to be 100% safe, like we always are, those are doctors' decisions, not mine. They say, Coach, let's hold him out here in the second half. And I said, no problem. That's your job, not mine.
Coach, how did you maintain Desmond Bain to only 7 points?
Team defense, Elliot. Team defense. We don't have anybody on our roster that can just guard him one-on-one because he's so good. He's one of the best players in the Big 12. but tonight our guys were dialed in, and it was a focal point. Bain scored 27 points on us in Fort Worth, and you know, we know that. We remembered that. We didn't forget that. So a lot of respect for Bain. He's one of my all-time favorite guys in this league to compete against. He's gotten better each year at TCU. It's credit to their coaching staff. He's just one of the best players in college basketball. So tonight we did our best against him.
Coach, could you talk about your help defense a little bit? It seemed to me that they were really trying to drive the ball on you, and anytime they would get a little penetration, there was somebody around to make it hard on them.
Yeah, I'd have to watch the film to be specific on that, but certainly, you know, in the Big 12, there's nobody who can guard anybody one-on-one. You know, you don't go out there and just guard your man. You know, team defense is how you win at this level, and there's a lot of the best defenses in college basketball right here in the Big 12. And I think, you know, you think you got to give our guys a little bit of credit. Last year it was kind of the story with our defense, and this year there's some other great defenses in college basketball. Certainly in our league, there's some special ones, you know, whether it be, you know, Kansas or West Virginia or Baylor. But I think, you know, we haven't gone anywhere. We're still guarding around here. And I think I was really proud of the guys tonight.
I think Holyfield and Clark said they didn't play very well against TCU down in Fort Worth. I guess they answered the call tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, and I didn't coach well in Fort Worth. Nobody played well. So appreciate those two seniors putting the blame on their shoulders. But that's how all winners do. Every time we lose, I feel like it's my fault. And every time we win, I think it's somebody else's credit. So that's the selflessness around here that our program stands for. And for Holyfield and Chris to say that, it doesn't surprise me. That's why we have a chance to have a great season this year, because we got some leadership. And those two seniors are, you know, they're buying into what we're about around here. Not only buying in, they're defending it.
You talked about after that first TCU game them out-toughing you, and it seems the team's played with more toughness in the game since that. Is the team playing with the toughness that you want to see, and where can they continue to grow in that area?
Yeah, we're starting to turn the corner there a little bit. It's February, you know. You can smell March. It's right around the corner, and it's time for, you know, no regrets. I mean, you are what you are this time of year. If you're a team that can win on the road, go do it. You know, if you're a team that can take care of the ball, do it. And so, you know, this team has shown toughness all the way since the Bahamas, and our deal has always been consistency. But I would think that we're starting to kind of anchor down and show a toughness to us that we're going to have. It's not a want, it's a need. You know, if we're not tough, we're not going to win down the stretch. So, but I would agree our guys are starting to show a little bit of toughness that we've been looking for.